How does this happen? Think of money as a tide. Governments and central banks can raise it artificially by printing more or injecting cash into the system. This tide lifts some boats, like stocks and property, but leaves small boats, like wages and savings, stranded on dry land. And there's another hidden factor: expectations. If people anticipate inflation, they spend faster, which pushes prices even higher. It's a self-fulfilling spiral, a hidden trap that feeds on your everyday decisions. Consider your paycheck. It's like a balloon. Inflation slowly leaks air. So even if your salary rises, it often fails to keep up with prices. That's why your grocery bill grows faster than your income, why rent eats up more of your paycheck, and why your savings feel smaller every year. History is littered with wake-up calls. In the 1970s, oil shocks triggered massive inflation. Americans faced grocery bills that skyrocketed in months. In 2008, governments flooded economies with cash to save banks. But in doing so, they set the stage for new inflation. Your money's value silently eroded while headlines focused elsewhere. Even today, crises ripple quietly. During the COVID-19 pandemic, governments injected trillions into the economy. At first, it seemed like salvation. But by 2022, prices for food, gas, and housing surged worldwide. Inflation isn't always sudden. It creeps, accumulating like a shadow over your wallet. And it's personal. Families who saved for decades found their nest eggs shrinking. Retirees living on fixed incomes faced invisible cuts. Inflation is like a thief who doesn't smash the window. He just slips in while you sleep. Today, inflation touches everything. Rent rises faster than wages, groceries cost more, energy bills climb. But the most insidious impact is long-term. Bonds, savings accounts, and pensions often fail to keep up. Your money doesn't vanish, it shrinks quietly, and the gap between the wealthy and the average worker widens. Let's take housing as an example. As inflation rises, property prices soar. Investors who bought early see massive gains, while first-time buyers are priced out. The rich can protect themselves, the average person can't. Inflation is a silent amplifier of inequality. Another example is global debt. Governments borrow money to finance spending, creating inflationary pressure. Everyday citizens feel the cost in higher taxes, rising prices, and reduced purchasing power, and yet many never connect the dots. The lesson is stark. Inflation is not just numbers. It's a living, shifting force that reshapes economies, lives, and power structures. But there is hope. Knowledge is power. You can fight back. Diversify your savings. Consider assets like gold, stocks, or real estate. Invest in inflation-protected securities. Understand interest rates and how your money grows or shrinks. Small actions today can protect decades of effort tomorrow. Financial literacy isn't optional, it's survival. By recognizing the hidden forces at work, you regain control. You turn from a passive victim of inflation to an informed navigator of money's currents. Inflation is quiet, invisible, but relentless. It seeps into every transaction, every paycheck, every savings account. The unsettling truth? Your money is losing value even as you work harder to earn it. Understanding it is the first step to survival. Will you let inflation quietly steal your future or fight back with knowledge? Jerked. Imagine two families side by side. One bought a house in 1980 and watched it double in value over decades. The other has been renting, saving carefully, only to find each year their money buys less. Inflation doesn't care about effort. It only cares about timing and access. It quietly rewards those who understand its patterns, while punishing the unaware. And it's not just wealth, it's choices. Families delay dreams, skip vacations, or cut back on education. Small, everyday sacrifices add up, shaping lives in ways most people never realize. Inflation silently writes the story of inequality. Inflation isn't contained within borders. When one country prints money, it affects the global web of trade. Oil, food, and essential goods see price shocks worldwide. Countries with weak currencies experience hyperinflation, while stronger economies feel ripple effects through imports, exports, and debt servicing. A simple decision in Washington, London, or Beijing can cascade across continents, altering the cost of living for millions. Take energy. When oil prices spike, not only do gas stations raise prices, but food transport costs rise, utilities increase, and manufacturing slows. Every corner of daily life suddenly costs more, and yet most people never trace it back to policy decisions or global markets. Humans are wired to react to immediate pressure, not slow erosion. When prices rise gradually, we adapt. Groceries get smaller, portion sizes shrink, we accept it as normal. It's the boiling frog effect of economics. We don't notice until the shock is too large to ignore. That's why inflation is so insidious. It manipulates behavior without ever raising alarm bells. And the markets know this. Corporations adjust pricing strategically, governments adjust policy quietly, and banks hedge their bets. Everyday consumers are left chasing a moving target, often years behind the true value of their decisions. The lesson is clear. Inflation is more than numbers. It's power, behavior, and timing. You cannot stop it completely.